All right, here with Cox head football coach Tyler Noe. His Falcons beat the Salem Sun Devils for the second straight year. His first as the head coach, and you rallied from 11 down at the break to win this one, coach, 17-14. It didn't look too promising at intermission, but you all hung in there and you got it done with a really big time-consuming drive to begin the half, and then down the stretch you get some clutch third and fourth downs to pull it out.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Hall, give credit to them. They have a great team over at Salem. Great coach, great guy. Our kids, we challenged them at halftime, and just to never not quit. We came back on Bayside the same way. Credit to Gage Treffry. He's the one that told me to call that hit or that corner to Gerard, and Gerard hung on to it. Our quarterback, he's a great leader. Great kid.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think he's underrated, Coach. I mean, I know you're getting choked up about it. You can just see he's taking some hits all night against a very good defensive front. And I feel like tonight he's just got that gamer moxie about him to lead a drive against Bayside a couple weeks ago. Tonight it shows what he's about, doesn't it?
Yeah, wholeheartedly. I knew that Gage, when he came in here as a freshman, he was going to be good. And he showed it the past 2 years as a leader and a quarterback on this team. And he really motivates these kids not to quit at any time during the game.
We'll get to Rodriguez and your outstanding DC and what you all did adjustment-wise in a second. But Gerard Johnson, I've watched him in the summertime the last couple of years. He loves going out and passing to catch the football. He plays on the defensive line. He's sacking quarterbacks. But what's your thought there into the game? You're going to put him down there and he gets a big catch to give you a chance.
Like I said, I gave credit to Gage Treffry for telling me to call that play. And Gerard hung on to it, and he's our D1 player. We're going for him.
Yeah, you go to your stud time, if you will, money time. Rodriguez for you, he's a player that's also another guy that I feel like is slept on to a degree, but he makes some winning plays for you.
He does. He's a great receiver. He runs great routes. He came over to me every time that we were on offense, and we talked about what he thinks that could beat them. And he, like I said, he runs great routes. He hung on to that ball and the 2-point conversion. He's very underrated, and he's only a junior, so I'm looking forward to the next year and a half with him.
What's it say about your defense and your defensive staff? I know with coordinator Brian Graham there for you leading up there. I mean, you played Bayside, who was exposed to the first 2 weeks. You hold them to single digits. You play Salem, who put up 48 on Tallwood. You shut them out in the second half. And I watched you in the summertime, and that scrimmage against Warwick is very exposed. It feels like you're more cohesive and tackling better, and the fundamentals have improved night and day from then to now.
Yeah, big time. We couldn't get the quarterback down the first half, so Brian got into him a little bit at halftime. But Brian and his defensive staff have a great scheme going into every single game. And I credit Brian for keeping us in that game on offense.
Shout out a couple of those guys. I know Max Palmerton was big for you at linebacker.
Max Palmerton, Josh Walton, Nasir McCarter, our defensive end, Rex Miller, he's our safety back there. Landon Fidel, they picked on him a little bit, but he showed out in the second half, and we got the victory.
I'd be crazy to say that your MVP isn't a Treffry or a Gerard Johnson, but another guy that could be your MVP is Sam Braidwood, your kicker and punter, who's just getting touchbacks left and right, making field goals. He allowed us to become a field position game in the second half, didn't he?
Correct. He did the same thing in our game against Ocean Lakes as well. He pinned him back tonight. And, tough decision not to kick that field goal down here when we got down the first half, but we needed points, and Sam's going to be there for us no matter what. Yeah.
Lastly, Coach, you're 4-1 in your first shirt at the helm. I know you've been a Cox guy for a long time under Coach Bill Stachelski and then under the Pro Football Hall of Famer Alan Faneca. People know what you're about as far as fundamentals, discipline, well-coached team that's going to come prepared. They're also looking at this team going, how are they 4-1? But you don't care, you're 4-1, right?
No, I mean, and this all credit to the kids and the coaching staff. The coaching staff, they put on a great game plan every week, and the kids don't quit. They are in the game till the end, no matter what. I can't be more proud of the kids and the coaching staff.
Well, Coach Noe and his Falcons gave the home faithful plenty to cheer about tonight, and a comeback win that will be remembered for quite a while. Thank you so much, and all the best.
All right, thank you.